So I think that we need to be mindful of that and mindful of the limits of this. At the same time, if we can really help folks, great. But we need to keep our eyes on the changes that we're making. Thank you.
One of the components of this program and part of the contract that we signed up for, we will receive some reports to see how well this works, to see the population that has accessed this and utilized it. So we will, at least at the end of the year, where, like I said, we're launching this Friday. So a year from this time period, we'll be able to take a look at it and see what it has done, how many folks have used it, how many hits have taken place in regards to access to this card.
Okay. Supervisor Pitcher.
In my political career, I've heard a lot of politicians talk about how they're going to reduce the cost of health care and all that. But frankly, until Supervisor Wattenberger went to NACO and come back to us and reported on this, I've never seen it happen. So as far as I'm concerned, it's a big thank you to Supervisor Wattenberger for actually making it happen. Whether it should have happened before, whether it should be more, but you're the first one, the politician that I've ever seen deliver when it comes to helping reduce the cost of health care. And thank you very much.
I appreciate that. John, thanks for that. Linda.
That's all I have to say. If there's any other questions?
Let's get to passing out those cards.
All right, so everybody gets their card.
So do you have to activate it?
No.
You just bring it in the next time you're picking up the Medicaid?
Yes.
Yep. There's no applications. There's no.
You're going to give everybody the odds.
Yep.
Yeah, you get to use it anyways.
And this is the actual card right on top. It's a tearaway, and you just present it when you pick up your prescription. It's as easy as that. So it's kind of goes against the way government normally works.
And like I said, this officially launches on Friday, so the pharmaceutical companies, pharmaceutical distributors will have it. And we will have an access to a website that will give you a list of all the pharmacies, but I listed them in the PowerPoint also.
Any
You may
additional
have
comments?
one card's good for the entire family, but you can certainly have as many as you need. I think it's great that everybody has one. Thank you very much for your
Just
time. Yes.
One suggestion, seeing some of the people in the crowd here, I know that they would be interested in seeing if the pet concept could be expanded somewhat. I wonder if veterinarians might be
That's a great idea.
asked to join this, and dairy goats and pigs and horses and so forth get part of this. I don't know how they're characterized as pets, but some of them are treated better than a lot of people we know. So
The pet prescription component was added in the process, so it is a new piece to this. So we did not target veterinarian clinics, but we will, so that they're aware of it. But regardless of that, we'll have cards at those locations. It's any prescription that is prescribed by the veterinarian, that is one that humans use, that you would go to a regular pharmacy to obtain. So even if it's not at a vet clinic, you would access it at the pharmacy where you get the drug.
And members of the public wishing to speak to this item, please.
I have a question.
Yes.
Ms. Klauser, is this prescription discount also good for like prescriptions on contacts and vision?
No.
No.
Medical.
Medical.
Which vision is quasi-medical. Yes, Chris.
I'm going to ask you, you may not be able to answer this one, but I don't remember off the top of my head. What is the discount that the county healthcare plan receives on medications? Rough percentage.
It varies, depends on if it's generic or formulary, non-formulary. It depends on that. And for the employee health plan, for example, if our plan covers it, this card would not work. Right. If our plan does not cover it at all, this card would work. So it's an either-or situation when you have a prescription drug coverage already in place. So whether or not, it's not based off of a percentage. So and different drugs, different percentages in regards to our health.
Do you have an overall number? I thought I remembered seeing it.
Well, mail order, it's $10, $20, or $30. $10, $20, or $40, excuse me. And so that would be generic, non-formulary, and formulary. would be the rates. And over the counter for one-time prescriptions, that is a different percentage. It's, you know what, I'm not going to say, but I won't give you the exact number.
And your name for the record, sir?
Oh, I'm Chris Brown.
Thank you. Other members of the public wishing to speak to this drug card program? Okay, there is no action before the board today. This is being implemented as overall savings. Any additional comments from the board on this item? Okay, let's move to item 6. It's a timed item at 11:30. We're running a little bit behind schedule. But this is a presentation of updates on firefighting activities for the last 8 weeks now in Mendocino County and Mendocino County Lightning Complex and countywide associated impacts. And today we have before us Battalion Chief Norm Brown. So, Chief.
I'd like to go over by my map over here.
Please.
Good morning, everybody. Morning. My name is Norm Brown with CAL FIRE Mendocino Unit. I'm currently assigned as the Aviation Battalion Chief here in the unit. I supervise the Air Attack Base and Howard Forest Helitack up here. As we all know, on July 21st, whatever it is, we got that lightning series come through. That ignited 127 fires in the county. What that did, being this is like one of the driest springs on record, and it was also one of the driest lightning storms that I've seen in my career, and that I've heard about. There were some isolated areas where there were some showers, but predominantly it was about as dry as I've ever seen in the lightning. The fuels in our coastal range, the dead fuels, all the slash, the buildup was incredibly dry. So in turn, we ended up with 127 fires from basically down here by Point Arena, all the way up the very northeast corner of Cobolo. Okay, so logistically, that created all sorts of problems with us. One of these fires would have been a major fire for us, but instead we have 127 fires spread throughout the county. What we did was we broke the county up into a northern operations and a southern operations. And within those two operating areas, we also broke it up into smaller branches for command and control purposes. Okay. Since this started, I was actually off the day it started. I was out on the cabin out here and watched the lightning come in and saw the fire start, figured I better get to work. So I came in on the 22nd and I took over what was called Branch 2 up here, the Willits Battalion. And then I proceeded down to Branch 3 in Ukiah, then I ended up at Branch 6 up here to these fires, so I kind of got all around it. Then they made me the operations of the whole county once the team left. A few things that made this very difficult and was very frustrating was the lack of resources we were able to get. Normally, if we have 1 fire, 2 fires, we'd be able to call mutual aid. We'd get resources from all over California. The problem was this lightning series, as everybody watching the news, hit all over Northern California. Okay, there were fires